Okay. So please read the first question. What does it say?
First question, find the indicated function values for the function if the function value is not a real number and does not exist, so state fx equals gather square root x minus 7. We need to find the f16 and the f8, f7. F16, the 6, so it will be 16 minus 7 will give us 9, and the square root of 9 is 3.
Okay, good. So that's the first answer. Okay, second answer.
F of 8, 8 minus 7 equals 1. So 1, we don't have a square root, so 1 is the final answer.
No, square root of 1 is 1.
Is 1, yes. It's all the same, yani.
Yes, we don't have. We have. Square root of 1 is 1 because 1 times 1 is 1. So
Yes.
this is 1 square. So if you have 1 squared, the answer is 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one.
7 minus 7 it will give us 0.
Yes. What's the square root of 0?
0.
Good. Yeah. The next one.
Minus 7 times minus 7 will give us it's minus 14, and minus 14 we don't have a square root, so it's not a real number.
Okay. So the answer is square root of what?
It's not
Minus.
a real number.
So it's not a real number. It's going to be what? Imaginary, right?
Yes.
How can you solve imaginary? It's going to be what? You're going to say square root of negative 1 times the square root of what? 14.
14.
How much is square root of minus 1 is I,
I.
right? So
Yeah.
it's going to be like this, right?
Yes.
All right. So we are done with that. Okay. So this question is important. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. Let's read the second one.
Okay, find the domain of the square root. Fx equals gather square root 30 minus 5x. We're gonna say divide by 5 in the both sides, minus
So
divide by 5.
we take the argument.
Yes.
What is the argument in this case?
Minus 5. We need to divide it in the both sides.
Yeah. The argument is the one under the square root. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We need to divide the minus 5 in the both sides, and then we're gonna have x equals 6. Why 6? Because minus and minus will be plus.
What do we have
And
if you divide by negative side?
we need to change the sign.
Right. Why?
Because there's an inequality between them
Because no, we divide by what?
by minus 5.
By negative.
Yes.
So if you divide by negative, what do you do?
Change the sign.
Change the direction of the sign. Change what?
Yes.
The
Direction of the
direction.
sign.
Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Let's and the graph. Which one is the graph?
We need to see the graph since we have the 6, so we're gonna see the both graphs 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 with an infinity 2 3 4 5 6.
So it's less than. So which way are you gonna go? Go to the right side
It's
or to the left side?
to the left.
To the left, because it's going to where? Negative infinity, correct?
Negative infinity.
Because less x less than what? 6.
6.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay, next one. The previous one was important. It's gonna very important. Okay. Yeah, the next one.
Yes. Rewrite the expression with a positive rational exponent. Simplify if possible. Minus 1 over 3. Now we have 64. The 64, we have 4 to the power of 3. 4 to the power of 3 is 64. Since 4 to the power of 3 is 64, that means we need to divide it with 4. If we divide it with 4, the final answer is going to give us 1/4. Are you with
Clear
me,
or
Doctor?
not clear? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go to the next one. Yeah, next one.
Okay. Use rational expressions. If rational expressions appear after simplifying, write the answer in radical notation. Assume that all variables represent positive numbers. We have 15 square root 15 outside, the square root x cube. The 15 is outside, we need to make it inside. To be honest, this question I didn't understand very well.
Okay, hold on, I will explain it to you. Just look at it now.
Yes. Doctor, I know how we did it. I found the way how to do it. We need to divide. If we divide 15 divided by 3, it will give us 5.
Yes, so what should we do? The first thing, we have to distribute the 15, right?
Yes.
Mohanad?
Yes.
Okay,
My suggestion is we need to divide 15 by 3. It will give us 5.
exactly. So that's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna say x, you're gonna say x, and you have 3 in the top, and in the bottom is gonna be what? 15. So that 3 over 15, how much? 1 over
1/5. 1/5.
1 over 5. 1 over 5, to convert it back to root is going to be fifth root of a what?
X.
Of x. That's the answer. Easy?
Yes. The next
Okay.
question. Subtract as indicated 3 to the square root of 48x minus 3 to square root of 27x. I got the answer, but I got it by the calculator.
No, you cannot use calculator. Okay, so you take the 48.
Yes.
Okay, so you take the 48 and you split it. Okay,
6 times
we
8
can
يعني.
we can say 6 times 8, but 8 is what by what? Can be 4 times what? 2.
2.
And 6 can be what? Can be
2
3
times 3.
times 3 times
3.
2.
Yeah.
So I can take this 2 and this 2 together and put them together. It's going to be 4. And we already have 4 here. So you have 4 and you have 4, you have 4, and then you have 3. So 4 times 4, how much?
16.
So you take the square root of 16 and take the square root of 3. So the square root of 16 is how much?
4.
4. So 4 square root of 3. That's the first part. Okay. Second part is 27. 27 is what by what?
3 to the power of 3. That means 3 times 9.
3 times 9. What's the square root of 9?
3.
So you have 3 square root of 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we are almost done. So after that, what are you going to do? Remember, outside there is 3. So 3 times 4 under the square root, you have 3x minus 3 times 3 square root of 3, and don't forget the x is there. Okay, because we have x here. Can you see the x? So now 3 times 4, how much? And 3 times 3 is how much? So now you're going to take away 9 from 12. You get how much? Muhammad, you with me?
قاعد اتكلم من اول بس ما انتبهت اني سويت ميوت.
Okay, so you take
ايه
away 9.
مفهومه يا دكتور. اللي سويناه طبعا احنا انه اول حاجه اخذنا 3 times 3 equals 9، وبعدين 3 وبعدين 4 times 3 equals 12، بعدين 12 minus 9 3 to square root of 3. السكوير روت اوف 3 ما ينفع نلغيهم لانهم جذر.
Okay, so
أيه.
now is this clear or not clear?
Yes clear واضح.
Okay, so your final answer is how much?
3 to the square root of 3.
Good. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move to the next one. Next one, yeah, number 6.
1 square root 108x cube over square root 3x. Simplify your answer. Okay, so how we got the answer? That's the question. One minute. لا ما عرفتها.
Okay, so we need to get rid of what? What do we have to get rid of?
Square root. The square root.
The square root. So we have to multiply the top by what?
Square root 3.
By the bottom you can multiply the bottom by 3x and the top by 3x. But it's always better to combine everything together. Okay, instead of making things worse, just combine everything together. So 108 x cubed over 3x, and then you can cancel. That will make it more simplified. Okay, so cancel the
Yeah.
108 with the 3. What do you get? You get 3
Uh,
and 6.
This is
And
36.
cancel
X
the
square.
x cubed, the x,
X
and you're
square.
gonna get how much?
36x square.
Exactly. And this is under what? The square root.
And
Now
the
take
square root
out
of
this
36, it will be 6.
and take this out, is become what? So your
6x.
final answer is what? 6x. Is this clear?
Yes, yes, yes. Clear.
All right, let's go to the next one. Number 7.
Multiply as indicated. If possible, simplify any radical expressions that appear the product. Square root of 3 plus square root of 2 to the, all of it square. طيب أول حاجة, since we have a square outside, we need to square the both numbers, but they have a square root, so the square, it will take off the square root. يعني التربيع هيشيل الجذر.
Okay, so just multiply. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 give you 3. Okay, and
Yes.
then square root of 2 times square root of 3 times square root of 2 give you square root of 6. So you just keep multiplying. How many times you have to multiply? 4 times, and that will give you the final answer. Okay.
Yes.
Of course, don't forget you need to combine like terms. Combine like terms. Yeah, next one. Here we're gonna use something called
Rationalize the denominator, simplify if possible.
exactly. So we have to write the same
Yeah, we need to change the
term,
sign.
only change the sign in the middle. Okay, and if you play in the bottom, you play in the top. Okay,
Yeah.
and just multiply 4 times in the top 4 times and the bottom 4 times, and then you find yourself either canceling the one with the square root, and you get 13 minus 11, and they give you 2. So you have the top 24 plus 2 square root of 143 over 2. Now you can distribute the 2 to the 1 time to the 24 and 1 time to the 2, and you can cancel the 24 over 2, and you get how much? 12. And then you cancel the 2 with the 2, and you get final answer 12 plus square root of 143. You do not use a calculator for this, okay? Do not use calculator for any of the square roots, okay? Because if you use the calculator, it will give you decimal number. That will be wrong answer. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yeah, the next one.
Solve the radical equation. 5x plus 6, close the bracket, 1 over 3 plus 1 equals 3.
So what's the first thing you should do? I need to isolate the the cube root. You know, remember this is
Yes.
cube root, right?
Yes.
So I need to isolate it. So the first step is isolate what?
5x with 1 and 6
Right.
with
So we
6 with
have
1.
to isolate the cube root, right? This cube root,
Yes.
which is what, 5x plus 6. So I'll have to move the 1 to the other side. So when you move 1 to the other side, become negative. So you're going to get 2, right?
Yes.
And then what do you do next? We have to do something called cube both sides. So if you cube both sides, what are you going to get?
5x plus 6 equals 8.
So how much is x? 5x?
2 over 5. Yes.
2 over 5. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. Now
Select the answer that is.
remember this rule here, okay?
Yes.
All right, so which one is the correct one? Is the first one is correct?
No, it's the last one because I squared it's with minus 1.
Okay, so the first one is wrong, right? So this is wrong. Was the second one wrong or right?
Wrong.
Wrong. Second one, third one,
Wrong.
wrong. Last one,
Correct. Correct.
correct. All right, very good. Yalla, number 11.
Select the answer best completes the given statement.
Okay, so when you see something like this, that's mean this whole thing is called complex. It's called what? They name it a
Complex.
complex. Complex means, okay, why they call it complex? Because this part is called real. This is real. And this one, imaginary. All right?
Yes.
Clear or not clear?
Clear. Clear. Clear.
Okay, so which one is here? This, so we're gonna call this what here? We're gonna write number 1.
Complex.
We're gonna call
Complex.
it complex. Okay, second one here we're gonna call part of it. It says b
Imaginary.
does not equal 0, so we call this a imaginary.
Imaginary.
And the third one is gonna be what?
Real.
Real, which is b equal to what?
0.
0. Okay, so you have to memorize this. Yeah, let's go to the next one. This multiplication, correct? How many times you have to multiply? 4 times,
4
right?
times.
So you have to multiply 4 times, right? So when you
Yes.
multiply, remember when you multiply I times I, what do you get? I
I
square.
squared.
How much is I square?
Minus 1.
Exactly. Is this clear?
Yes.
All right. And then just cancel the one in the middle. Clear or not clear?
Yes.
Cancel the one in the middle. This one and this one. All right.
Yes.
And then, he's asking you for each value. Like we say, what is the first term? If you multiply the first term together, 2 times 3, how much 2 times 3?
6.
2 times 3, how much? 6. Okay. And 2 times negative 6i.
Negative 12i.
Exactly. So he wants you to just fill in the blank here. And then we have 4i times what? Times 3.
3.
Okay. And then this one is what? 4i times 6i, correct?
Yes.
And then he's telling you if you want to simplify this, how much is going to be? It's going to be 24i squared, right? And how
Yes.
much is I squared?
Minus 1.
Yeah, from here, right? Times what? 24. So how much will be the answer? Remember this
But minus
negative outside.
25.
We have minus, huh? Minus 6, huh? Minus 6. Okay. So
Yes.
this is going to be minus 24 here. So we have minus here. This is minus. So minus times minus give you a plus. So your final answer is what? 24.
24.
This is the answer, the last answer. Clear?
Yes.
Clear? Okay, let's go to the next one. Yeah, read.
Fill in the blank to the complex. The statement below, I to the power of 24 equals I square to the power of 12.
Okay, so do you remember the rules? We have how much is I square root of negative 1, correct?
Yes.
How much is I square?
Negative 1.
Good. How much is I cube?
1. Negative 1.
I cube
Negative square root 1.
عبارة عن ايه؟ I times what? I square. How much is I square?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. So it's going to be negative I. يبقى I cube how much?
3.
Negative I cube is negative I. Okay?
Eh.
And I square is negative 1 and I. Okay, one more I, right? I to the power of 4. How much? Is I square times I square. How much is I square?
I to the power of.
Give you plus 1.
Eh. بلس 1. تلخبط والله شوي.
Muhammad, please
معك.
review this one until I just have a break, okay? And I'll come back.
طيب.
Break, but during my break, you review number 13, okay?
طيب after how many minutes I come back?
10 minutes.
طيب.
Okay, yalla, bye bye.